How you doing, kids? Welcome to the Fearless Floyd Show. I'm your host, Fearless Floyd, as always. So today we got a hot topic, real hot, 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 hot. You're gonna love it. And I'm using everything from YouTube, so this video should not get censored. So if you have a recording device, you might want to download it and record it and get that out of the way. That way, you always have it. You can share it with other people. This video is not intended for those of us who have eyes to see, ears to hear, and a brain to actually think with outside the box. This video is kind of for, you know, those people. So if you're one of those people, maybe this will open your eyes just a little bit, just a little bit. This you can get out. And I'm not doing an Illuminati sign. So if you want to contact me, TheFearlessFloydShow at yahoo.com. Hit that like, share, notification, subscribe. Share this with all your friends, your family, your frenemies, your enemies, your parole officer, probation officer, chief of police, your health administrator, your provider. Share it with everybody, man. Just like, walk outside and throw it up in the air like confetti. So, what we're going to talk about today is the moronic virus. Did I say moronic? Oh, Omnicron. Sorry. That's an anagram. I just had a little confused. So, this is what they're telling you, folks, and they're putting it right there in your face. Right there in your face. This is how stupid y'all are. We're just going to make up another variant. We're just going to skip a couple characters, Greek characters. We're going to tell you what you guys are. So, we're going to scare the dog shit out of you this holiday season. And you clowns line up. And for all of you that got kids now that we can stab, well, we're going to give them free pizza. What a deal. A slice of pepperoni pizza, cheese pizza for their soul. That's a deal. That's a bargain. That's what you call selling your soul to the devil. So, without further ado, here we go on this tour through YouTube. And thank you, YouTube. Appreciate you being there for me. So, all right, guys, here we go. First one we're going to hit up right here. This is from these guys. Let me click that out of there. All right. The moronic variant likely circulating for longer and more widely than thought, experts say. Now, this is old, as you see, from December 2nd, and today is the 19th. So, 2 weeks this has kind of been going on. So, uh, at least 24 countries have now reported it. I expect that to grow. No increased signs of community transmission, cases emerging with no travel links to this place in Africa. Like I said, where all those people north of South Africa are white people. Yeah, all of them. Thought they were all in South Africa, actually, but, you know, gotta love the United States. So, anyway, uh, I'm not going to read this out loud so you guys can read. This clown. This is probably the greatest serial killer alive, right there. He'll probably go down in history. He'll pass Stalin, that other guy in Germany, sure, Genghis Khan, all those guys. So anyway, what does that say right there? It was detected in a fully stabbed person in California. Really? I thought those persons were protected. Maybe not. So, we're going to go to the next video and, gee, see where that goes. You never know. God, I could have swore those people were protected. Didn't you? Weren't they like had the armor of God on? The armor of Big Pharma? Ooh, that rhymes. The armor of Big Pharma. I'm a poet and didn't know it. Huh. And that's mine. It's copyright. Don't steal my shit. So here we go. Get this one up. Come on. Click. There we go. We're gonna bust it open. This guy, he's from a paper. So you can read the headlines right here. And that's just from this date, which was old.
Good evening. Just yesterday, it was reported that there was a COVID outbreak on a cruise ship, despite the fact that all of the crew members, as well as all of the passengers, meaning that 100% of the people on board, were fully vaccinated. Meanwhile, 4 days ago, the state of Nevada, it became the first in the entire nation to actually charge a monthly penalty on all of their unvaccinated workers. And
That's what happens when you turn your state blue or purple. Okay. There's an agenda going on. I'm going to say what it is. Could be agenda 20, maybe the next one. It could be 29 or the one after that. I don't know. You might want to look that up and see how that works out for you. So yeah, just saying. It might come after 20, might come after 29. I don't know. Look it up. Do yourself a flavor. Lick your lips when you're done. All right. This is, of course, from Walt Disney News. Gotta trust that rat, right? Don't we trust rats? Hmm. Okay. We could be lab rats. Ha! The Disney lab rats being programmed. Nah. Never happened. Walt Disney wouldn't do that. Not Walt. Cruise ship with 19 COVID. I don't know what that shit. And this is just a reiteration of what I just showed you. Okay, so I want to hear it from the rat's mouth. Well, screwed up those places. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing there. Stop sharing. I don't know why the ad didn't. Bang. Information. Okay, here we go. Yeah, get that over there for you. Well, I can share the screen. Bust that up. Pow! And this is from my local news here in Houston, Texas. This would be the Columbia programming system. Figure it out. So here we go. Moronic. Right in your face, folks.
New information from the CDC shows who the Omicron variant is impacting here in the U.S., and most people testing positive are young and vaccinated.
But as Stephanie Whitfield shows us, it does look like Omicron may be milder than the Delta variant.
It's been 1 week since the first case of the Omicron variant was detected in the Houston area. Now it makes up 15% of positive COVID cases at Houston Methodist. Dr. Wesley Long expects that number to grow.
I think there will be a point where we will see it very rapidly increase, similar to what's happened in the UK and Europe and South Africa.
New data from the CDC shows who Omicron is impacting. Of 43 cases reported in the first week of December, most are young people under 40 years old. Nearly 80% were vaccinated, including 14 people who got a booster dose. The CDC said
Reinfected. Okay, so if you're not catching on to the theme of this video, you should, because that's closer to more of 100% than it is to 20%. So 20% were this and getting it, I'd be like, okay, yeah, well, that's 4/5 of 100%. That's a majority. So that tells me that it's not working, Holmes. Make it jump. So clear out of there. It's not working. It's not.
I graduated top of my class and steered the company out of the red to record profits.
Okay. All right. I hate that I have to keep doing this screen share shit, but if I don't, sometimes it doesn't go through and the video's all screwed up at the end and I post it and then you guys scream at me and go, oh, we didn't see what you were posting because the screen didn't share. And I'm like, freaking Zoom. So one of these days I'll learn the new software. Let's see. So, okay. Yeah, this is true. I got it. It's today Saturday. Yeah, about a week ago, probably a little over a week ago, I did a trade show. Actually, it was the World Petroleum Conference at the George R. Brown, and I'm pretty sure one of those people who've been stabbed, uh, you know, because apparently theme of the video.
77 countries have now reported cases of Omicron, and the reality is that Omicron is probably in most countries, even if it hasn't been detected yet. Omicron is spreading at a rate we have not seen with any previous variant. We're concerned that people are dismissing Omicron as mild. Surely, we have learned by now that we underestimate this virus at our peril. Even if Omicron does cause less severe disease, the sheer number of cases could once again overwhelm unprepared health systems. I need to be very clear. Vaccines alone will not get any country out of this crisis. Countries can and must prevent the spread of Omicron with measures that work today. It's not vaccines instead of masks. It's not vaccines instead of distancing. It's not vaccines instead of ventilation or hand hygiene. Do it all. Do it consistently. Do it well.
Great message. Thanks, Doc. Appreciate your World Health Organization putting that out there and letting us know that nothing works. You're either going to get sick or you're not. You're either going to survive or you're not. I got it. I've got a great health immune system, and it's I mean, I've had worse flus, but I haven't had the flu in Jesus over 2 decades. So uh, migraine-like headaches, fever, stomach cramps. At the end of last week, I was throwing up all day. So I don't know if that was my body expelling everything. I did eat and I did drink liquids. Ate a bunch of ibuprofen. Um, and then started pounding vitamin C. That's what I did. I'm not a doctor, not giving you any kind of recommendations for any medical needs or requirements. Go ask your own health provider or go to emergency room or call 911. So let's see what we got next. Make sure they don't put you on hold, right? Let's see.
Stream 85 plus channel.
No, stream 85 plus channels. Thank you, though. Appreciate it. Another commercial. I hate when they do this double up stuff. They double dip on the commercial action. Really? Okay. Here we go, folks. All right. Before I begin, um, I don't know who this woman is, this pearl girl. I'll tell you what. You can check her out here. Really look at her a minute. She looked like she just got out of an MMA fight. So here we go. I'll focus on her. Here's the message. Whoops.
The week, and there are nearly 100. Let's move on to the COVID issues going into the week, and there are nearly 100 players now, Josina, on the NFL's COVID list. We've got the Week 15 opener tonight, Chargers hosting the Chiefs. Have there been any talks as of yet about adjusting the testing or the thresholds to cut down on the number of players who are completely unavailable and maybe even asymptomatic?
Yes, there's been a lot of talk about the current protocols and whether there needs to be adjustments. First of all, let's just address this. There's over 100 players who have been added to the reserve COVID list, including an additional 3 from Washington today and cornerback Adoree Jackson from the Giants just within the hour. That's a record number in a 3-day period since the pandemic began. You're talking about the protocols and whether some adjustments should be made. The chief medical officer from the NFL, Dr. Alan Sills, was asked this question about whether the testing cadence needs to be reduced for vaccinated players. And I thought it was curious when he said this quote, testing is one of the tools that we have at our disposal. It's a very useful tool in certain areas, but added that testing doesn't what he said, what testing doesn't do rather is prevent transmission.
There you go. Testing doesn't prevent transmission. Nothing does. Not washing your hands, not wearing a mask, not social distancing, not getting stabbed in the arm once, twice, 3 times, even 4 times. So that's 100 players, over 100. That's 2 football teams with 52-man rosters. That's just in the NFL. Chicago Bulls had to cancel a couple games because 10 of their 12 players on their roster tested positive. So this is only going to get worse through the holiday season because there are going to be more people out there trying to get their Xmas hustle on for the, you know, the glorification of giving. I still haven't figured out what this whole Christmas thing's about. Because if you knew the truth behind Christmas and satanic and pagan holidays and worshiping, and, you know, the winter solstice, and that's what it was really all about. Sorry, but that dude that's, hanging on that thing in those churches, Jesus, that guy wasn't born on Christmas Day. Sorry, kids. I hate to break the record to you. But that's just not history. That is somebody's history that they have led you to believe. So let's see where else we can go with this. All right, we've done the NFL. Boy, thought I got through all these ads before I had these in my queue, but apparently I don't. So now I'm getting dicked by the sporting goods guy. Oh, what are you doing? Let's turn that on. All right.
COVID cases are mounting really across professional sports now. With strong vaccine and testing protocols, the teams have managed to mostly remain on the field and the court for many months. But now the tide appears to be turning. The NBA boasts a 97% vaccination rate. But how have dozens of cases now turned up as breakthroughs? Today, the Lakers canceled practice after a player tested positive. Testing for everyone is ahead of a long road trip. Earlier, the league postponed 2 upcoming games for the first time this season. 10 Chicago Bulls players and some staff entered COVID protocols. The NFL? The NFL says at least 62 players tested positive for COVID over the past 2 days. The 37 positive tests announced yesterday were the highest single total since the pandemic began. And the NHL forced to postpone games this week after 6 players and a staff member of the Calgary Flames tested positive. That's the 3rd time that the league has postponed games because of COVID this season. So what's the big picture? Dr. Robbie Sicca is with us now, anesthesiologist, health consultant.
All right, I think you've heard enough from doctors. But I want to take you back to just that one statistic that really stood out. Right there. That. Is it working? It doesn't work. It doesn't work because that's not what it was made for. But I'm not giving any medical advice. I would never, ever, ever give you guys any kind of medical advice because I'm not a scientist, biologist, medical professional. I have not been to medical school. Been to the infirmary a couple times, been to the doctor, had a surgery or two. But as far as that, hey, I did sleep at a Holiday Inn Express one time. That make me a D? R? No. Just checking. So, you never know. Could be like Edgar Casey, sleep on a book and wake up and be able to tell the future. But that's Edgar. That's not me. So anyway, let me click out of that.
You ever wonder?
No, I do never wonder. All right, kids. All right. So kick this up.
South Africa, which recorded some of the earliest cases of Omicron, is seeing a major increase in cases. Over the last week, the daily number of new COVID infections has increased fourfold, from less than 3,000 to more than 11,500, 3/4 of which are Omicron. So far, hospital admissions remain low and symptoms of the new variant are reported to be mild, but early figures suggest an increase in the number of people who've had the virus becoming reinfected.
What did she just say? people who've had it are getting.
Our Africa correspondent Andrew Harding has more. Becoming reinfected. Our Africa correspondent Andrew Harding has more.
How is this
It's
happening?
summertime here in South Africa, but a shadow looms over the beaches and holiday season.
Yeah, shadow looms, all right. Huh? Guess what, folks? Y'all know what the word duped means? Now, I'm going to show you something here from this country. I'll tell you what. Finally, somebody's thinking outside this box and actually has a little intelligence, just a modicum, a scintilla of brain tissue. They are actually activating and utilizing. So I'm rocking out in the background. So okie dokie. Blow that up. Whoops. Okay, here we go. What's going on here?
$500 for each passenger who.
Hold on. What?
Ghana says it will fine airlines $3,500 for each passenger who arrives in the country without being fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Other new measures taking effect on Wednesday, air carriers.
What?
Ghana says it will fine airlines $3,500 for each passenger who arrives in the country without being fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Other new measures taking effect on Wednesday, air carriers will also be penalised the same amount for travellers who did not fill out a health declaration form before boarding their flight to.
I know. I just can't make this stuff up. I wish I could. Wish I was that good. That's why I went to that source of information, that fount of truthfulness, YouTube. And I got it straight from YouTube. So, for all those fact checkers out there, you can't dispute what I'm putting because I'm putting YouTube videos on my video. And, of course, if anything is copyrighted, registered, trademarked, it belongs to their respective owners, not mine. I just own that and that. I can't make this shit up. So, what they're doing in Ghana is if you get on an airline and you fly to Ghana from the United States or anywhere, and you're not stabbed, they're going to fine the airline $3,500 US for each passenger that is unstabbed. However, who's spreading the disease? Should play a little Queensryche about right now. Spreading the disease. Yeah. Because I think we all know by the theme of the whole video that if you've been stabbed, you are a carrier. And you're carrying it around and you're spreading the disease. But I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving any medical advice. And whatever I say, toss it out the window. What I say doesn't matter. It's what all those other talking heads that just talk to you matters what they say, right? You're programming. So anyway, so what's the theme of this video? Anybody know? Theme is got stabbed and you repeatedly go get stabbed and get those baseball tickets, basketball tickets, football tickets, a slice of pizza. So you get stabbed as your gift or your incentive, okay? Because if getting stabbed could save your life or my life or anybody else's life, do you know how much that would cost you? Do you know how much Big Pharma would charge for something that would save your life? Jesus Christ, nobody could afford it. There'd be people out there lined up in line, just like going, pump, 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 pump. And there'd be just this line of littered bodies all the way up to those serial killers up there stabbing people, right? Because most couldn't afford it. They'd be begging. You'd be seeing them begging in the streets. They'd be in the median. Can I get some change? I can't afford to go get stabbed, so I need some money because it costs so much. Because it'll save my life. No, it's not what it's about, folks. Eyes to see, ears to hear. And I want to end with one thing. I should have pulled this up. Let's see. Okay. You ready? Are you ready? Stole that from Chris Angel. You wouldn't know, would you? Okay. Here we go. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because you have rejected knowledge, I also will reject you from being my priest. Since you have forgotten the law of your gods, I will also forget your children. Okay, when he says my priest, you see that's not capital. MY is capitalized, so we know we're talking about this guy. And what is man, woman, man? Are we not temples of God? My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Well, it's not like there's been a lack of knowledge. It's been a lack of acceptance. Okay? Now, back up here. Therefore, having overlooked the times of ignorance, God is now declaring to men that all people everywhere should repent. Repent your sins. Come out in the open in front of God and everybody and tell them, because of my ignorance, I was wrong. I made a mistake. So take your pontificating about what I should do, my body, and how I should interact in society and shove it in your Bible. because we already know. See? And now, brethren, I know that you acted in ignorance, just as your rulers did also. Okay? I'm not saying that everyone out there preaching and pontificating and mandating and ordering and establishing company policy that you go get stabbed have any kind of intelligence, because most of them are ignorant. So that no advantage would be taken of us by Satan, for we are not ignorant of his schemes. I'm not. You shouldn't be. So don't be. Wake. No, I'm not going to tell you to wake up. Get smarter about what you do with your life and about what comes out of your mouth, what you believe, what you see, what you hear. So, if I got anything else in here, but I just, I wanted to share that. A prudent man conceals knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaim folly. So what would folly be? That would be believing that if you go get stabbed and repeatedly stabbed, that you have the full protection, the armor of God, because you don't. That's folly, folks. And this is what you are. Oh, y'all. So, just want y'all to know. Just so you know. Just so you know. Think about everything I just showed you. A corrector of the foolish, a teacher of the immature, having in the law, capital L, the embodiment of knowledge and of truth. I suffer not fools. Don't be a fool. Stand on your own. I've shown you the facts. I don't make this stuff up. Thank you again, YouTube, for providing the facts and that this video doesn't get censored because I've used 100% of information already posted on there. That's already gone through the fact checkers. And with that, welcome to the world of Moronicy. That's what we're in right now. Like, share, hit that notification, put something in the chat, like the video. The Fearless Floyd Show at yahoo.com. Trying to answer it. Actually, I'm going to try to get some emails today. I got a Zoom here coming up in an hour and 15 minutes. So I want to put this one up. I'm going to try to do a couple today. So anyway, with that, kids, thank you for watching this video. Share it, share it, share it, share it, share it. It was done on Sunday, December 19th, 2021 in Houston, Texas at 5:43 p.m. With that, happy holidays if you can stay well.